Hey there, and welcome back to the podcast. It's Arden Coots, and today I just want to have a little chat about two things that have been on my mind a lot lately: my writing and planning my dream writing retreat. So grab a coffee, maybe some tea, water, whatever you need, get comfy, and let's dive in. So writing has always been a huge part of my life for a long time. And lately I've been really focused on my current work in progress, which is Echoes of Us, which is a queer post-apocalyptic horror story. And it's honestly been a journey. Some days I love what I'm creating, and other days I'm questioning everything and I'm unsure if what I'm writing is actually worth it or good, and want to toss my laptop out the window. But I think that's how writing goes, and I'm assuming a lot of writers experience that same thing. So I'd love to hear if you do, if you have those moments of just really loving everything that you're putting out there, and then the complete opposite the next moment. Or is it just me? I think one of the biggest things I've been reflecting on a lot lately is how writing is such a mix of discipline and inspiration. Like sometimes the words flow effortlessly, and other times it's just me sitting here staring at a blank screen waiting for something to happen. And again, I think this is something that a lot of writers experience. So I'd love to have a conversation about what you do in those moments when you are just staring at a blank screen. Do you get up? Do you walk around? Do you close it out, start a different project, or work on a different project? Do you listen to music? Like, how do you work through those times when inspiration is just not there? For me, I listen to a lot of music. So sometimes I can turn on a certain playlist that gets me in the mood to write. Other times I'll get up, I'll walk around, or maybe I'll work on a different project. I kind of do all of the things that I mentioned. It just depends on my mood and how I'm feeling. And then other times I will just not write. I will sit there and the mood is just not there for me. So I will just not write that day and let it go. I used to feel a lot of guilt about that, like I should be writing, I really need to be writing, but now I've finally gotten to a place where I feel okay about just walking away and taking a moment and having it be okay to do that. So, speaking of writing, I have been dreaming of putting together a writing retreat and retreats in general for like 5 years. And I've finally gotten to a place where I think I can make it happen. And I really want these writing retreats to be a space for creativity and connection and just overall cozy, inspiring vibes. So think like comfy cabins, lots of warm drinks, scenic location where you can just escape and immerse yourselves in storytelling and nature, and have inspiring conversations with each other. So I've started researching locations, and I think I have a location for my first in-person writing retreat. And I've started working on like a rough itinerary and structuring the retreat and figuring out what kind of workshops and activities would make it like just absolutely amazing. And I want it to be something that feels accessible, but also really nurturing for queer writers who just want a space to create and connect with like-minded people. So I'm really excited about it, and have started making some connections in the retreat world that have been really helpful and are just really generous in the information that they provide and their guidance, and that has really motivated me a lot and made me feel like I can actually do this. So that's been wonderful. But if you can't wait for an in-person retreat, I do have 4 virtual retreats planned for 2025 so far. The first one is May 10th, and the focus of that one is self self-publishing and marketing, as well as wellness. So all my retreats have a wellness aspect to them because I think it's important to have a wellness and mindfulness practice that works into your writing practice. So the first retreat on May 10th, we have a wellness practitioner and writer coming in, and she's going to lead us through some stretches in the morning and setting intentions for the day. And then we do some free writing. We have Author's Own Publishing coming in to talk about self-publishing and how to do that and what the process looks like. Another free write session. And then we have a marketing expert coming in talking about promo stacking and how that works and how it's beneficial for authors. And then we have another wellness professional coming in talking about movement and creativity and how to work that into your practice. And then it's kind of like a social hour after that. So that's the first retreat on May 10th. The next retreat is a Pride retreat on June 21st, and it's going to be all queer authors on the panels, and it's going to be a panel around their writing experiences, what it's like as a queer indie author, how they represent themselves in their work, and kind of just questions about their journey. And then it'll be an open Q&A from folks that are attending. I'm really excited about that one. I think it's going to be a wonderful panel, and I already have some absolutely amazing authors lined up for that. And that's June 21st. And then the third one is a Halloween spooky spectacular writing retreat, and it is going to be horror focused, of course. So I'm finding some queer horror authors to sit on those panels. And then I'm hoping to have an expert come in to talk about something that I think scares a lot of indie authors and authors in general, which is imposter syndrome. So I'm looking to have a professional come in to kind of talk about imposter syndrome and how to overcome it and what it actually is and how it can affect your creativity and your writing. And finally, the last virtual writing retreat is going to be in December. I think it's December 13th. But it is a holiday and New Year planning writing retreat. So it's going to be focused on setting goals and planning your writing schedule, or figuring out what you want to do in the new year in 2026. And of course, all of these have free write time and social, like networking times. So that's what I'm working on. Those are all up on my website, which is wanderingcreativelife.com. They're right now they range from $10 to $15, so they're very affordable, very accessible, which is the goal. And you can sign up for them now. I also have scholarships available for authors who may not be able to financially attend one of these, so you can just sign up for a scholarship, and I review those and go through them and let folks know if they've been awarded a scholarship. If you are a business, an author, or editor, offer some type of service that you would like to promote, I also have sponsorships available that range from $50 to $100. So you can sponsor an event, and that money goes towards paying for like the Zoom costs and any costs associated with running the retreats. And so, paying speakers and getting the shit put together. So those sponsorships are vital to running the retreats, and you get a lot of different benefits to being a sponsor. A lot of promotion on social media and newsletters and YouTube and everything. So all of that again can be found at my website, wanderingcreativelife.com. And yeah, so if you're a writer and this sounds like something you'd be into, I'd love to hear from you. What would your dream writing retreat include? You can find me on my socials or in my email, and those are On Instagram, it's Arden Coots. That's ARDENCOUTTS. And if you put my name in Google, you will find me. I'm everywhere. And my email is authorardencoots@gmail.com. And I would love to have a conversation, would love to chat and hear about your dream writing retreat, who you would like to have on panels, what topics you want covered. Like, let's have a conversation. All right. I think that's it for today. This is just a little check-in on what I've been up to, and I wanted to share about the writing retreats. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch up with you next time. Okay, bye.